Good morning and welcome back to the channel on what is turning out to be quite a drizzly Tuesday morning. Now, this morning is quite exciting for two reasons. Reason number one, I'm actually doing a run with another human being for the first time in forever. My good friend George is toying around with the idea of running a half marathon sometime soon, so I thought it would be a great idea to invite him along to run my easy 4-mile run with me this morning. And then reason number two is my Nike Invincible 3s are about to cross over the 300-mile threshold. I thought it would be a brilliant time to do a review on how they've coped throughout those 300 miles, what I've used them for within my training, and just overall if they're a shoe that's worth investing in. But as you all know, before we can get into the main part of the video, I have got to go and complete my run. So I will see you all after this drizzly 4 miles for a pretty cool review. Spoiler alert, the shoes are really good! So thanks to that run, my Nike Invincible 3s have now got just over 300 miles on them, which I thought makes it a perfect time to do a review on how they've coped throughout the entirety of my training and how they've performed over the last 300 miles. So the retail price for the Invincible 3s is £174.95 from Nike's official website, which I believe is about £10 more expensive than the previous version of the Invincible 2s. Now, I remember when this shoe originally got released, the unique selling point was the 40mm worth of ZoomX foam you got in the midsole, and I'm pretty sure Nike even made an advert which showcased it as though you were running on marshmallows. Essentially, it was meant to be a revolutionary amount of cushioning under the runner's foot. If we quickly blitz through some of the other specifications of the Invincible 3, you'll notice that you now have a 9mm heel toe drop on the sole of the shoe. The upper meshing is actually made out of Nike's advanced Flyknit material, and they've even gone as far as to upgrade the sole of the shoe to have a much more grippy rubber bottom. If any of you are wondering how much this shoe is going to weigh you down, it comes in at 310 grams in a size UK 9. So I initially bought this shoe for my easy runs and my recovery runs. What I found within a matter of runs is the shoe offers a super high level of support whilst also being really responsive. Because of the additional weight and the lack of a carbon plate, it does require a little bit more effort to get the shoe moving, but because I didn't buy this shoe with the intention of using it for speed workouts, I wasn't really too fussed by this. Foreshadowing! Something I did realise pretty early on, which is pretty consistent across all the reviews I've seen, is the heel of the shoe has quite a bit of give. The shoe's not loose and it doesn't in any way feel like it's going to come off, just there's a lot more room than you expect around your heel area. The easiest way I've found to fix this is just simply tie them a little bit tighter than you normally would, and that give instantly disappears. So yeah, initial thoughts on the shoes were pretty good. They were really nice to run in and they left my legs feeling really fresh, which definitely helped in between the harder sessions. So what have I actually used these shoes for over the past 300 miles? So as I said before, I bought the shoes to be used for my easy runs and my recovery runs. And for the first 100 miles or so, this is strictly what they were used for. Now that's mainly because I was using them alongside my Vaporflies, so I had no real reason to use them for any other type of session. However, as my training progressed, I started to put a lot of miles onto my Vaporflies, and I wasn't really getting on with my New Balance, so I decided to use my Invincibles for pretty much every session within my training plan. Foreshadowing. It started off with me using them for 1 or 2 marathon pace sessions, but the moment I saw how well they handled it, I didn't really look back. Honestly, easy, recovery, tempo, hills, speed, long run, they've handled everything. Now don't get me wrong, it's definitely harder to do the faster pace sessions in these shoes because they are not built for going fast. But my naive beginner mentality is, if I can run at marathon pace in these shoes comfortably, then when I come to transition back to a carbon plate shoe for my race, surely it's going to be easier, or it's going to be 10 times worse, but that's the fun of running. My thoughts on this shoe haven't really changed since the day I first tried them. If anything, they've overperformed compared to what I was expecting from this kind of shoe. They've actually left me in quite a difficult position because I don't actually know when it's going to be the right time to put these away and get a new pair. And following on from that, I was really looking forward to trying out a new pair of easy recovery run shoes. But because of how well these have done, I kind of just want to get another pair of these. In fact, let me know in the comments if I should get another pair of Invincible 3s, or let me know if there's another shoe that I should try and test out as a review for the channel. Out of any pair of running shoes I have ever purchased, these have 100% provided me the best value for money by far. Their only slight downside is their weight, but if you're like me and you can get used to running in heavier shoes, then they really could be your all-in-one. Now, would I recommend a pair of Invincible 3s? I think I'd be stupid to say anything other than yes. I honestly believe any level of runner can benefit from having these shoes in your rotation. For beginner runners, I can tell you from first-hand experience that they really are a all-in-one masterpiece, and you can use them for every type of session within your running journey. And for the more advanced runner, I can tell you they really do help on those long recovery runs when your legs are just feeling a bit battered. Plus, if you want to go faster in them every now and then, they can handle that too. Nike Invincible 3s, you've absolutely smashed it. Just to quickly shine some perspective light onto this video, running 300 miles in a pair of shoes is near enough the same as running 105Ks. That's a lot of running. I always knew that the Invincible 3s were going to be a shoe that lasted quite some time, but these shoes just keep exceeding my expectations left, right and centre. Now, New Year is just around the corner, and with that comes an influx of new runners looking to get their hands on a pair of shoes that's going to help them with their New Year's resolution. The good news is the Invincible 3s have been out for quite some time now, so if you're looking to get a new pair of shoes in the new year, fingers crossed the Invincible 3s should fall into the New Year's sale. However, if they don't, I still 100% recommend them for anyone who is looking to get into running. But with all that being said, that is the end of today's video. I really hope you've enjoyed it and you've found out a little bit more about the Invincible 3s. If so, please consider giving the video a like, as it really does help me out and it helps my channel get seen by many more people just like yourselves. At the time of filming this video, I am 1 week away from starting my final marathon training block leading up to the Manchester Marathon in April next year. So if you want to follow along with my journey and you don't want to miss any of the behind the scenes, I'd recommend going and hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. I really hope that the rest of your day is great, whatever you choose to do with it, and hopefully you'll stick around and I'll see you in the next one. Didn't see you there. Must have happened by accident.